We are recording.
Okay, and we're supposed to say who we are and what we're up to. So this is the regular monthly meeting of the Southwick Agricultural Commission. In attendance, we have myself, Bert Hansen, the chair, Marissa Cook-Obregon, the co-chair, Ron Cecchini, Zach Barnett, Brett, oh, here's Brett Colson.
What's going on?
What's going on there, Brett?
Little background.
Okay, don't forget to say what the date is, Bert, the date and the time.
Yep, and just to finish, we have Dennis Clark and Jean Nilsson. It's May 13th at 6:01.
Brett's here too.
Yep. Oh, did I not say you, Brett? I meant.
I don't think so. Maybe I missed it.
Brett,
Yeah, you were
Brett
like
Colson.
first, actually.
Brett
Oh, I was?
Colson
Okay.
said you. Okay, I don't think we have any public for comments. Anybody know if there's any communication? Jean, anything coming to the office or anything?
No, the last thing I had was the community garden applications, and you've assigned plots to everything. So
Okay.
the community garden is all set.
Yep, good. Thank you.
Are there any plots left?
There are 7 just along that south side, along that fence on the south side, which I kind of try to assign those last anyway because of the trees there. Toward later in the season, they'll be getting less sun.
I had one of those plots. They're not one of the better plots, right?
Yeah. So
How much are the plots again?
it's $20 for the season.
Okay.
And they're 12 by 24.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good size area.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I had 2 last year and it was way too much.
Mhm.
So, okay, so, and we have minutes. Hopefully everybody got the minutes by email and were able to take a look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent job, Jean. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dean.
There
You're
is just
welcome.
one really serious error I need to point out, and that is my name is Hansen, not O-N.
It's
Yeah.
S-O-N from now on.
You're gonna have to change it.
I'm sorry, I'll be changing it.
Yeah, no, no worries. So, does anybody want to, well, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted.
I second that.
Second, okay. And we
Was that
need-
Marissa seconded it?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Marissa,
Yes.
Marissa second. So we'll do a roll call vote. Since it's my motion, I'll start. Bert Hansen says yes. Marissa,
Yes as well.
Brett,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
and Dennis.
Yes.
Okay. So with our next agenda item is the APR signs. Let's see, Dennis and Marissa and myself went to meet with the Conservation Commission last week.
Bert, these aren't the APR signs. These are the right to
Oh,
farm.
I'm sorry. Yep. The APR signs, right. I'm the one who divided those 2 things into two into 2 items. And actually the Conservation Commission is way down the bottom under new business. So the APR signs, we'll be working with the Kestrel Land Trust, right, Marissa?
Right. Those are free, and we can order as many as we want from Kestrel Land Trust. They're forever farmland signs, actually. So they are part of an organization that I think is a national organization, or at the very least something regional. And yeah, they're for APR land specifically, and Kestrel gets them, I think, through a grant. So they get I don't know if they get an unlimited number, but they certainly get enough that they can provide them to farmers who have APR land for free. Now, that being said, Kestrel's, usually appreciates some sort of donation for all of their effort. So if we do get any, I would like to give them some sort of donation of appreciation of some kind, because they also offered to come out to the farmland and put the post in the ground. I'm thinking that our farmers might want to do that on their own, potentially. I mean, we can offer them the option of having somebody come down, but just in terms of maybe wanting to test it out and seeing where on their land they might want to put it, I don't know, we could offer them both options. So those are available anytime. I'm in touch with Kestrel. So if you, maybe when we start doing the census, it might be a good idea to ask the farmers that we speak with, if they are APR farmers, if they're interested in getting a couple of free signs. I know that, depending on the size of their land, they might want to get a few signs. Another caveat as well is that they usually post 2 signs for each post, so 1 on each side, because the way that they usually post them is, they put 1 post down and then it's kind of parallel to the road, I guess. So they put 2 signs on 1 post so that cars in both directions can more easily see it, versus just 1 post and kind of having it be flat as cars drive by. So we should count at least 2 signs per post if we're going to follow that that convention they have. So yeah, we can certainly offer that to farmers when we do the census, or if anybody here has APR land and wants a few signs, let me know.
So I'm guessing, oh, go ahead, Dennis.
We're planning on doing that at the same time we're doing the census, to talk to the farmers about putting the signs up. Is that what the plan is?
I don't know. I mean, that just occurred to me right now. I don't know. What does everyone else think? They should be separate potentially, or would the census be a good time to ask them about the sign? I don't know.
I think we could keep that separate. If you wouldn't mind, if you'd be willing to approach the farmers at APR and just ask them to tell them what we have in mind. You know more about it, and you could explain it to them.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't, if you wanted to.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe, is there anybody else who'd be willing to help with
Yeah,
that?
I'll help. I
Okay,
can help.
great. I was hoping, yeah, Brett, since you've reached out to some of the farmers, you might have some familiarity with some farmers that I haven't spoken to in a
Sure.
while. So we can maybe divvy that up.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
that's fine.
I think the idea of doing it separately is actually good, Dennis, now that you mention it, because it kind of introduces us as an AdCom to them. And maybe when we then propose to do the census, they won't be as wary of us if we give them a free sign,
Yeah, good idea.
Sweeten the deal a little bit.
Not a bad idea. So Marissa, I'm assuming, so these signs are just kind of in inventory. They're kind of standard look and language and stuff.
Yeah, I can, I took a photo of one that I saw in Southampton a few months ago, back in February. I can send that to the group just so that we can all kind of have an idea of what they look like and if we think they're nice enough to put around Southwick. So,
Oh, I'm sure they are, but
no, well, I'll send it to the group. Yeah. They're, I want to say they're about maybe 12 by 10 inches or so. They're rectangular. It's actually pretty nice. It has like a nice little graphic on it of like farmland, and then it says forever, and then farmland on the bottom, and then like a web address that people can go to if they want more information about regional APR programs.
Nice.
good,
Real
very good.
And Randy Brown said that, yeah, with respect to those signs kind of being on roads, as long as it's on private property and kind of behind 10 feet back, like fine, they can go anywhere on farmland. So, you know, if people
Have to go
want to put
around.
more than one on their farm, that's fine. He said DPW doesn't really, you know, Mass DOT also shouldn't have anything to say about those signs at all. So
Mhm.
I think we have to go in front of the planning board to get permission for that.
no, not at all. No, we're A-okay. Someone could put 100 signs of those if they wanted. So what Randy said.
Well, let's go with that then. All right, awesome. Our budget for the coming fiscal year. We're still waiting to hear, right? Dennis, do you know if the select board and the finance committee have scheduled their get together, so to speak?
I don't, but I'll try to find that out as soon as possible. Reconciliation or whatever they call it when the two of them get together
That's
to
right.
work it out. We should find that out. That's a good idea. I'll look into that tomorrow, ASAP.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hopeful, based on what Doug Moglen said last meeting, that we'll actually end up with some
Yeah.
money in our budget.
And
Bert, just an FYI.
Yep.
That is fiscal year 21 budget.
Oh,
It's
that's right.
in the
Right.
year of 20, but it's actually town's
Right.
21 budget.
Right. Good
so
point.
confusing.
Dennis, did you do the agenda?
Yes.
Oh,
Bert did the agenda. Bert
I sent the original one, then Dennis
Oh,
added. So
okay.
I'll take responsibility for
You
that
take-
number.
Oh, okay, so it is fiscal year 21.
Right.
Okay?
Got it.
So sorry, just to clarify on that. So the money we'd be getting, it's just kind of like administrative costs then, like to be able to pay the secretary and whatnot, right? Is that what's approved? Is there anything else approved that falls under the administrative umbrella? Do we know?
Yeah,
Or
I guess it's kind of to be determined. It seems like it would be sort of operations, I think is what Doug said,
okay.
kind of operation costs. Right? Dennis or anybody else want to chime in? I think that's what it is.
Well, you submitted a budget
Yeah.
for fiscal 21, and it included administrative supplies. You've asked for $5,000 for community development or something that they probably will not approve of that.
Right.
So they essentially should approve just the baseline budget for supplies, secretarial, and
Okay.
but nothing, like nothing huge.
Hopefully get a couple of $1,000. I mean, just some seed money to get us going.
Exactly.
Should have had that when we first started, but better late than never.
Right. Right. Marissa and Brett, any new news on the brochure?
Unfortunately not, no. I haven't done any work on that front, at least. I don't know if Brett's done anything else, but
I haven't made any progress. We will though.
yeah.
We've talked about it, and we definitely will.
Brad, just have to say your background there, it almost looks like you're lying on the grass in front of that tractor.
I think he is. I think he is. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. I'll bet somebody will start a business, for Zoom background design.
oh, I'm sure. I'm
They
sure
pro-
somebody's done that already.
They probably already do, right?
Similarly, I haven't. Oh, go ahead.
Brett's making me dizzy. He's jumping around too much.
I'll try to stay put.
There you go.
I haven't done anything further on the census. Dennis, you're going to send the spreadsheet when it's in better shape or whatever. Spreadsheet of the properties.
I did send you. I sent everybody the open space plan that had the spreadsheet included. I gave you the page number. You need to go into the open space plan, go to that page, and it's got the spreadsheets in there. It's got everything that we have, all our
Okay.
information.
Okay, my bad. I didn't catch that. So get going on that.
Just a question. So is it on that same open space plan, Dennis, that Brett and I could look up all the APR farms in terms of approaching people through the signs like that? That's up to date, that
That's all up to
Oh,
date.
perfect. Okay.
There's a
Thank
spreadsheet page for all APRs, and there's one for 61, 61A, 61B. So you just have to go into those pages.
Okay. I'll look that up. Thanks.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. With our APR tracking program, I did touch base with Ron Hall, and I think I copied you guys on, I think maybe not everybody. Anyway, so what's going to happen is he can't come to a meeting during May, but he thinks he may be able to come to our June meeting. And he said he would be providing some input and or approval on our APR tracking plan. So there's finally a little light at the end of that tunnel.
He answers your email, which is remarkable.
Yeah, huh?
Pretty good.
I must have just hit a lucky moment or something.
Maybe, I don't know, or you're persuasive or something, Bert.
So look forward to that. The community garden, we were saying just before the meeting, there are still 7 plots available. All the rest are rented, and people are showing up over there, and they're planting, even though it's still only 30 degrees at night.
Yeah.
Tonight's the last one, though, right? Tonight's the last night.
I think so.
I hope so.
Promising. Tonight's gonna be the last one. No more frost.
Right. And Shay's Landscaping went over and put mulch around the plantings they did last year near the sign, and they put mulch around the kiosk, if that's the right word, where the posters and stuff are. I put up our community garden banner today. I think that's about it in terms of the community garden.
You want to go over to Great Brook and see if we can get some more of those posts from?
Oh,
Great Brook?
right. Yeah, from, I have the guys. Now, you said you know the fellow over there, Dennis, Bill DeRozier?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Should,
He's very community minded.
yep, good. I wonder, should we give him a call and set a time to go over, or what do you think? Just go, or what?
He's so busy. We'll try to pop in on him. He's there
Okay.
most of the day, but he's real busy. So it all depends on
Yeah.
how much work he's got at the time. But let me know when you want to do it, and we'll pop in on him.
Okay. Okay. I think he's got huge stacks of logs over there. I'm assuming that's going to be firewood.
He's got, I don't know, he's got so much wood over there. It's incredible.
Yeah. They told me, I actually buy firewood from them, and they told me last year they sell 800 cords of firewood a year.
Wow.
That is a lot of firewood.
That is a lot.
Oh, yeah.
At
Massive.
$250 a pop, too. So.
Wow.
Good business.
So, okay. And then new business, our meeting with the Conservation Commission last week about our right to farm signs. They were,
The
Go ahead.
CPC, right? Community Preservation Committee, not Conservation.
oh, right. Well, we met with Conservation about the CPC funds, right?
No, I
that
think
right?
it's the CPC.
Oh, we
Okay.
went to the Community Preservation Committee.
Okay. That's another correction on my agenda here. Anyway, they were very, very supportive of the idea of putting the right to farm signs around, and voted to approve that we put warrants on the, for the town meeting. And of course, it's actually not up to them. They just make a recommendation, and town meeting has to actually approve it. But we're going to be on there. So, and Dennis, thank you for drafting those warrant items.
I'm glad we decided to go on our own and not with the big bundle that the town put together, because that got tabled.
Yeah.
I was surprised that how that went down, but I'm glad that we decided at the last minute to our own application.
Yeah, that was definitely a good call. Well, the town one, I mean, they didn't have any specifics. They didn't know how many signs. They didn't know where. So it's so tough to support that. And they wanted $15,000. We only want $2,500. So, we were easy.
Any idea of when there might be a town meeting? I mean, any?
But yeah, they set the date. It's in June.
Oh, it's in June. Okay.
June 18th, I think.
And will it be like socially distanced or what, like?
That's a great question. I have
Yeah,
no
we'll
idea how they're gonna
see.
do it.
I saw in the Sunday Republican, there's, I mean, in every single issue of every single newspaper, there's information about the virus and what's going on and what the plans are. And so the governor now has, it's a 4-step
Yeah.
plan towards reopening, and each step is 3 to 4 weeks. So if to go fully back to whatever's going to be normal, it's going to be September. So I don't know where we'll be in June in terms of the town meeting, but.
Hopefully it's not on Zoom.
Planning on having one though. I know that.
Yeah. Well, they have to, right? I mean, it's
The law, yeah.
we're the town is the legislative body, so
Mhm.
so we'll see. Yeah, maybe we'll be in the parking lot at the high school again.
That was fun, yeah. Do that again.
Anyway, I think that's everything, unless anybody else has any other new business to bring up or any other comments, questions, anything for the good of the order?
Yeah, regarding the right to farm signs, different from the APR signs. I've been getting some quotes from people, and it does seem right now, I've only gotten 2 quotes. I have asked for about 7. One has told me outright that they're just not able to do any production right now because technically it's still only essential business. So anybody who is giving us a quote even now, they're pushing the timeline pretty far out, which is totally understandable. Plus, my question was going to be with respect to kind of the funds themselves, assuming that this gets accepted at the town vote and we get to 2,500. Like, how long is the process for all of that? I mean, are we looking at maybe getting the money, assuming that we do go June 18th, just in terms of talking to these vendors? I don't know. I mean, it's one thing to get quotes, but then in terms of production as well, it's just a little bit tough to plan with everything going on. And I don't know if the vote doesn't get passed. I mean, I think we would go down the sponsorship route, but just wondering how that all works, kind of how it all breaks down.
Well, as soon as it's voted on at town meeting, the funds are available.
Okay.
We have to write out a purchase or a request for
Sure.
purchase. So that takes a couple of weeks, to do
Okay.
all that. But as soon as it's voted in a town meeting, I don't think it has to go through the Attorney General to be approved. I'll double check on that. to
Okay.
make sure.
Okay. All right. Well, that clears that up.
Marissa, the only other holdup would be, depending on who the vendor is, whether we have them on file or not, the accounting department may need their tax information,
Ah,
like a W-9.
okay. That's good to know. Okay.
So it'd
All
be
right.
good to get all that information, get a quote, and get them on the vendors list so we're ready to go, because that might take a little bit of time.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's already taking a bit of time to get these quotes anyway, so I think everything's really slowed down right now. But yeah, the 3 quotes that got back to me, we're looking at around the $300 range with a post and sign. So at least that gives us a ballpark. I mean, it got a little bit complicated, honestly, because when Randy gave us the application for the Mass DOT for Route 57, I read the manual, the federal manual for MUTCD, and it doesn't say anything about right to farm signs. Surprise, surprise. It really just kind of pertains to traffic signs, which this does not qualify as. And it doesn't qualify exactly as like a cultural sign either, although it might. So I'm in contact with the regional engineering, the planning engineer and the permitting engineer who are in Northampton actually for this district of Massachusetts. Because they're very strict about the design that you get, where you place it and whatnot. So I might have a phone call with him later this week or next week to kind of review that and make sure that we can actually put it on that major route in town. So we'll see what happens with that, but that is a little bit sticky. but I'm sure it can work out. It's a pretty straightforward sign. So, and I already sent him the preliminary design, and he said it looks pretty reasonable. So we'll see.
More red tape, that's so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so.
Well, keep up the good work.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Marissa. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So Bert, there is no work party needed at the garden at this time. We're gonna hold off till we get some posts or.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we can do that in the next maybe week, give or take. If
Yeah, we'll keep posted. Yeah,
yeah.
no pun intended.
I've seen a T-shirt that says, "I prefer my puns intended." So, anyway, thanks all. Anything, Ron? Anything further, or Zach or Brett?
At the moment.
Okay, good. Well, I think should we have a motion to adjourn? Wow, 6:26. Wow, this is like record time here.
I'll second that.
Okay, let's see.
And Clark seconds the motion to adjourn.
Okay. We'll have a vote. Bert Hansen votes yes. Marissa?
Yes.
Yes. Brett?
Yes.
Yep. Ron? Okay. Zach?
Yes.
And Dennis?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So,
Thank you so-
Gene, you got everything you need?
Yes, I do. And everybody have a good night, and I will get the minutes ready for you for the next meeting. And Marissa, I think there is an old farm brochure that I came across at the office.
okay.
Next time I'm in the office, I'll scan it and email to you. That may be some kind of guideline. It may help
Yeah.
That would
with
be
what
great.
we had.
Is it the one that we already have?
I think we do have one, Gene.
Yep. I think.
I think there was only one.
Okay.
You can send it over anyways, though, Jean, just in case. It might, if you would please do that. That would be great whenever you get a chance. So,
Yeah, it's that trifold one that we had.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe it's the same one. It might be the same one, but
Do you already have that? If not, I'll send it over.
I'm
I
pretty sure
do. I think I have it, but
one that was done, so I imagine that's the only one there is.
Oh,
I just
okay.
want to let everybody know that I got asparagus from Johnson Brook Farms today. You got to get there early in the morning, though. They got fresh asparagus.
I saw the
Okay,
sign.
everybody have a good night.
You too.
Hey,
You
thanks,
too.
Gene. You too. Good night,
Okay.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Care.